Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Gauranga. Nityananda, Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Advaita. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna. Oh Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, 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 Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri 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 Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ah, ah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Fernando, welcome. Thank you for coming live. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Welcome to the party. Not a lot of rules here, Fernando. You can relax. We just take shelter of the name, abandon all varieties of religion. Just take shelter of Radha and Krishna and Lord Caitanya, the perfect path. And they'll take care of all the rules. All the rules follow them. All the rules come from them. They make it easy. We're here to teach the glories of how they want to make it easy for everybody, especially in Kali Yuga. It's a tough time, man. Tough place, tough time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. By the way, I gave up drinking my one beer. No more one beer, you. I studied up on it. I don't like the idea. I'm just gonna drink the holy name now. Just straight up. No secondary stuff. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Fernando will be happy about that. Hare Krishna. I studied up on addiction. I don't want any of that stuff, man. I want to take a chance. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hey, see, I'm a little renunciate sometimes. I can renounce. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter. I just love reading Prabhupada's words. It's so great. I feel it just puts me in his room when he's writing these purports on these beautiful verses. In ecstasy, I can feel his ecstasy. That's all about. Let's see here. Okay. All right. questions by the sages. I'm going to read the first verse again. I love this verse so much. Oh my Lord, oh Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for bringing us the holy name in the Bhagavatam. My God, that is the most amazing gift to this world. The holy name, the holy names in the Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Oh my goodness. And so many other wonderful gifts. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of the Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna because he is the absolute and primeval cause of all causes of creation. First canto, first chapter, first verse. Sustenance, he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of creation, sustenance, and destruction. Can you imagine? There would be no more fear, there would be no more confusion, there would be no more misunderstanding if people knew that. Okay? Because of ignorance, the ignorance of his Maya. See, this is the absolute truth. This is why this book is called the Book Bhagavat. See, it's a book Bhagavat because it reveals that God is this. He's the creator, sustainer, and destroyer, and he uses his servants to do that. Even Vishnu is, even though he's considered God, is also considers himself worshiping Krishna, the supreme absolute truth, the origin of all. That's Lord Caitanya, actually. See, Lord Caitanya is that recombined form of Radha and Krishna, which is the whole incarnation. See, the love of God. See, God, the love of God. See, that's why it's in the name. He's non-different from his name, right? He's non-different from these scriptures. And when you can love these scriptures and when you can love this name, you're perfectly enlightened. There's nothing beyond that. All you do is just eat cake every day. It's every day is the appearance day of the Lord. It's your birthday. It's his birthday. You've got to be born again. See? So the Krishna is born and you're born. See? The two suns in Navadvip arise simultaneously on the horizon of God. See? The Nityananda, the same thing has to happen again in 2022. And is happening now. See? The sun is the Lord. That means you get perfect as it is glorification of God as he is, the absolute truth as he is. See? From a real acharya, from a real guru, a real empowered devotee. See? There you go. Sun and moon arise again on the horizon of Playa del Carmen. It's great, huh? It's great. You're all going to be like that. If you're not already, some of you. See, you found the path to that. See, it's win-win here. It's not like, oh, it's going to be like these gurus. Man, you guys are peons down there, man. You'll never give a class. You'll never be you just put your little pictures on Facebook up, two-dimensional Krishna up there, and we'll give a two-dimensional Krishna preaching thing. See, nothing much goes on. That's why, they die Vaidhi Bhaktas. Instead of like just the pure truth, man. Pure, straight up truth. That's Bhagavatam. I am so happy. I am so happy to present it as it is. There's so much in as it is. You don't have to speculate. You don't have to do anything. But you know what? Unless you get purified, and people coming here know they got to get purified. Even Fernando, he has to get purified. Get purified even of these other things, contaminating pure Harikatha. Prabhupada himself said that. Vaidhi Bhakti is a contamination for Raganuga spontaneous devotional service. So it might be a necessary contamination for a while, but then there's a time to clear it off so we can just get pure glorification of the absolute truth as it is, with no contaminations and no alloys, no materially motivated religion. Kick it away. You show me a place where people can kick it away and not fall down. Fall down means you leave the whole thing and you go out in Maya and you think, oh yeah, Maya is the truth. Like some of these gurus, some of the guru people have had gurus here, they've done that. They just come, oh yeah, they become Mayavadis literally openly. See? No, the pure absolute truth keeps you clear, clean, logical, and understanding, the right understanding. See? And is the real purification. Even Madhavinda Puri, he said, he gave up even his mantras, other mantras other than Hare Krishna. He said, I don't need these anymore. I don't need Gayatri mantra anymore. You know, Gayatri mantra is a Brahman mantra about Brahman. It's a contamination for this kind of worship, man. How do you? Well, hey, man, it is what it is. Are you ready to grow up a little bit? Why should I be worshiping the Brahman when I'm worshiping the supreme Brahman of Brahman? Why should I be giving all glories to Brahma? He's a demigod. He's lesser. Why should I be glorifying the Brahman? That's lesser than the supreme personality of Godhead, the original Godhead. This verse is it. He's the ultimate creator. He's behind everything. He's the Wizard of Oz. We collect people that are off to see the wizard. You want to see what the wizard looked like? Come here, man. He's beautiful. She's beautiful. Why is Vaidhi a contamination? Because the Vaidhis can't come here. Come on, man, use your brain. The Vaidhi can't come here. They don't believe in this. That's a contamination, not to believe in pure Harikatha, presenting Krishna as he is, and that being enough, and people say, I'm floating in bliss and ecstasy. That's got to be a contamination, right? If it keeps you from coming here, that's an action in the mode of ignorance. Why wouldn't you want to go all the way with God to understand him actually as he is? See, that's keeping you down. See, these are the Raganuga principles that these Vaidhis don't know. You want to learn them, you learn them here. This is all in the book. Any action, any activity, doesn't matter. Vaidhi, you could be worshiping the deity that prevents you from entering the association of ecstatic devotees, worshiping the Lord in intimacy and ecstasy, is an action in the mode of ignorance. See, real spontaneous devotees know these principles just naturally. You know, Advaita Char is worshiping the deity. You know, in the Vaidhi level, you know, you're worshiping the deity with the ghee lamps, and he was doing that. And a devotee, Madhavinda Puri or Ishvara Puri, one of those two, came. See, pure devotee came into his courtyard. He immediately, right in the middle of worshiping the deity, put the thing down and went and saw the devotee. See, these are the principles we teach here. Put the ghee lamp down, whatever you're doing out there, whatever worship you're doing, whatever worship of gurus you're doing, you put it down and you come and meet the ecstatic devotees who have the real mercy of Lord Caitanya and be in bliss forever. See, this is the kind of principles we teach. These are the most powerful principles because these are the most true. Yeah. Time to go to the next stage. This is how you do it. See, always the truth. We step by step. You got to. These are steps on the ladder. See, now you're walking in the air. Actually, you know, these words. are your steps now, not the material manifestations of the external rules in the mind and all that stuff. That's for materialistic Vaishnavas, and it keeps you on a materialistic mentality. Now our steps are the words, they're more in the air. See? The word is our step. The absolute truth, as it is how we're stepping, we're keeping going up. These are our steps now. Very strong, perfectly strong, stronger than the other ladder. The ladder can fall down. These steps are stable, see? Steadfast. See? The mercy of Lord Chaitanya is what everyone should be stepping on now. You can now, the step is here, it's solid. You can step on it. Everybody. This will make the Prabhupada's work come to fruition, the fruition of love of Krishna, getting purified, coming into this powerful association. See, having the Lord in the heart awaken, and now you're stepping on the word. See, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender to me. I surrender to the absolute truth as He is. Bam, man, I got my step. It's solid forever. The name of God chanted. See, the full name, the Hare, devotional, love for Krishna, the absolute truth as it is. There you go. Solid, man. Solid path. It's the best. Maharani Muni said, this, what I'm just preaching to you, is the best of all paths. Why not everybody take? Everybody, even a dog. If you come into the association of a Vaishnava stepping on this path, you're better than any of those gurus out there that aren't walking this path. Just because you're a dog of a Vaishnava, you prove me wrong, anybody out there. That's what it says over and over again in Chaitanya Leela. Let me be even Harida, let me be a dog of a Vaishnava, because you're guaranteed to go back to Godhead. Just being a dog is in a better position than any of those gurus who's not stepping on this path. They come later when they figure it out in some lifetime and they listen to a realized soul who understands the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. They come later. But a dog who's like the puppy dog of anybody or the cat of any real Vaishnava whose heart is with us is in a better position. How can that be? Well, Lord Chaitanya said, even a dog in this Kasiraj Khan or some this one pure devotee who had love for Lord Chaitanya and Radha and Krishna. He said, even a dog, even the hogs in the village of where that person was living, because in villages they all associate intimately with each other. Even a hog and a dog, much less the people there, are very dear to me. This is why you see how dear many devotees are already to Lord Chaitanya. How do you know that? Look how, see, it's a reflection. Look how dear Lord Chaitanya is to them. And they just got this here. Shows you the Lord's real mercy. Lord Chaitanya's mercy is really here. Not Kapila Dev's, that form of God in that mercy. Not his mercy. Not Krishna, Radha and Krishna of Vrindavan's mercy. No, Lord Chaitanya's mercy, who gives this publicly. The gift of this publicly, and we're doing it again. This is the revival. This is the first, not second, not third, not another. This is the first fruit. Prove me wrong. Nobody has, and nobody will. This is the first fruit of Lord Chaitanya's astounding mercy. Magnanimity to give the highest to what all the gurus have said. Oh, no, many lifetimes, right? Narayan Raj, right? Many lifetimes before you'll get this ecstasy, this prema. He overturns everything as the mercy of the Lord. Surprise! It's a surprise party. You didn't know. The Vaishnavas are, we're here to just burst in, say, surprise, the party's here. And every day is another surprise party, man. Yeah. He is the absolute truth. I meditate. See, I meditate upon Lord Sri Krishna. See? And meditating on Lord Chaitanya is even better because the full Godhead is right there, not just Krishna. See? Meditate on the absolute truth. So, actually, when you're meditating on these words and you've been given the gift of devotion, automatically devotion awakens, man. And then you really rivet on there, man. Those words, it's like, wow, it's like you're getting darshan. Real darshan is not just going to the temple and get eye exercise. Wow, what beautiful flower.
Thanks for using.
No, your heart is entranced with the Lord, with the word, see? With the words of real devotees, because that's what these books are. Shukadev Goswami speaking to Maharaj Pariksit. That's why I told one devotee says, oh, let me just, he said, I found some audios on the thing. So and I told him yesterday, this is a very good teaching point. I found some audio, so I returned the book. I returned Chaitanya Bhagavat. I said, what? What, the audio? Okay, audio is okay. It's good to remind everything. But that person's voice, even though he's a nice guy, he's a vegan also. Very healthy guy. See? But he's not purified like this. His voice isn't like this. Even like I said, even like your voice, because you're coming here, your voice is getting purified, man. And when you chant that Leela, you're going to go into ecstasy. More and more and more. Your heart will be purified because you're coming here and you're getting your speculation cleared off and all kinds of stuff. This is the best spiritual path. This is 1,000 times more powerful than following one of these gurus out there. 1,000 times more powerful because you'll come to the point. People, they've been following their path and their followers are following their path, but they can't chant Chaitanya Bhagavat and Govinda Lilamrita in ecstasy like many people that come here, and very shortly they were able to do that. And after 40 years, there's neither guru nor follower nor disciple is doing that I've seen. Most of the books just stay on the shelf. They never come down. That's how powerful this is here. Why? Because the real mercy is here of Lord Chaitanya. The real order of the parampara is here. Prabhupada really did come in that dream and order Raganuga Bhakti to be preached by an experienced devotee. I was, I was on this path for years before that. And he said, okay, now you go and share it, man. Give this gift like Lord Chaitanya gave it 550 years, has my authority, man. Has my full approval, you doing this. Can you imagine getting the full approval from Prabhupada to bring such high bhakti to this world? And it's working. That's how you know it was really true, not some pipe dream, some speculation in the mind. It's working, man. Even Fernando was coming, he's getting some ecstasy. Hey, man, that's saying something. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. How is that so? See, he's directly conscious. He wants to give us direct darshan, direct consciousness of him. See, but you have to have the spiritual potency to do that. You have to have the love for God awakened, love for Krishna's name, which is non-different from himself. You have to have love for the name. You have to love for these conclusions in the Bhagavatam. Love them. Feel the urge to glorify them, to just pronounce their judgments in this world. And their judgments is, judgments? Yes, judgments. Freedom for everybody that becomes attached to the Lord. That's a pretty good judgment, huh? How would you like to have that? Unjust. That's called the injustice society. We're the injustice society. Nobody justly deserves to go back to Godhead. Not in this Kali Yuga. Are you kidding, man? None of these people. But the Lord has unjustly given salvation to everybody and anybody who will come into the association of his devotees and follow the path they teach, the progressive path. It is very unjust, isn't it? Well, that's the mercy of the Lord. It's very unjust. Nobody, no, we don't, we're undeserved. We're undeserving, every one of us. These gurus are undeserving of the mercy. They're undeserving of the worship. And the Lord wants to give us this undeserved mercy so that we become, by his mercy, deserving of whatever comes to us. Like, I don't deserve to have disciples. I don't deserve people following me and calling me divine grace and bhakti vedantas, avadutes. I don't deserve this, but it's coming because it's the undeserved mercy of Lord Caitanya is here, and it's here for you too. You will get this undeserved mercy. That's why he's considered the most magnanimous incarnation, the most munificent incarnation. See, these words come to life here, right? Because they're true. You got to hear them explained. Otherwise, people don't believe in this mercy. What does it say? Krishnadas Kaviraj, chapter 8 of Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those who don't believe in what I'm just preaching to you here, believe in the mercy of the Panchatattva to give prema in this life, are just like the tumultuous croaking of frogs. That's their classes that I hear out there. Go and you come here, you get some of this mercy, and then you go listen to the big gurus' classes and see how it's just like tumultuous croaking of frogs. Austerities, do renunciation, follow lots of rules and regulations of freedom. Look how free I am. I had to throw a little joke in there, but it's true. And that's why this preaching is powerful. It's on the conceptions of Lord Chaitanya's mercy. How can I know this? Well, only because of ecstatic worship. No ecstatic worship, you cannot know this mercy. That's why these persons they can't know. They don't know. They can't preach this. They can't cause ecstatic love to awaken in the hearts of the other devotees from their preaching, from their chanting of the holy name in ecstasy. They can't cause people to float in ecstasy that they're floating in. I'm only floating in because the Lord lifts me up because of this undeserved mercy. And you are listening, you're following the real path. Okay? Therefore, you get it also. And then people will get it from you. This is how it works. This is called parampara system, something that's been lost lately. Where's the parampara of people becoming ecstatic and giving that ecstasy to others, and those giving ecstasy to others, giving ecstasy to others? That's the way it worked when Lord Caitanya was here. Where is that path? Here. Starting here. Starting here. Show me where anywhere else it's going. I don't see it anywhere else. This kind of path. I see a lot of rules, regulations, and pompous pomp, worship with a lot of pomp. See? Pompous. False ego still. Yeah. It is he only who imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji. And we have that, see, that knowledge is here in this Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charit. Well, not that, actually. That wasn't imparted yet. But Srimad Bhagavatam, this knowledge here, was imparted into the heart. How does that go now? How does that show up? You come in here, you'll be as good as Lord Brahma, because you get purified, and then this knowledge is imparted to your heart. You become personifications of Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, I give them the understanding of how to come back to me. See, you become like Lord Brahma. See, this knowledge was imparted in his heart. Well, it's already here. What's the problem? Why isn't everybody self-realized now in ISKCON and Gaudiya Mahatma? Why is it? Why are they not on the level of Lord Brahma, where this knowledge is imparted in their heart? Well, it's right here. Krishna's right here in his words. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was and is and forever is God, the real Word, coming through his real devotees. Why don't we see it? Because of this love is lacking the love, the loving ecstasy. That's what Lord Chaitanya came to give, the loving ecstasy of worshiping the scriptures. So the scriptures light up. It's like the match, that lights the candle. See, this devotion. See, and then it's imparted in your heart. You read the scriptures and the gardener, because you come through the true vine, right? You get purified by listening, by hearing from a person empowered by the transcendental potency. You get purified. See? And then devotion awakens it. Then it's imparted into your heart. You read these scriptures in bliss and ecstasy and transcendental happiness. You, thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam. See, you get real Bhakti Lata Bij here from a real empowered devotee, right? That's what it's all about. And then the Lord will do just like he did with Brahma, impart the real knowledge in your heart when you read. It's just like Krishna was here, like Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma was speaking to Brahma. See? Well, he's speaking again. He's right here in this book, man. He's speaking to you. Can you hear him? Well, you need your heart purified. Blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. Well, he's in these scriptures. Can you see him? Well, if you do, then you'll love this Lord. But most people don't yet. They need more purification by the association of the Lord's purified ones. Purified by bhakti, devotion, ecstasy, matured. Then you look at the word, then it's like just like you're like Brahma, and Krishna's right there speaking to you. That's these words, man. And now you feel them, and you feel the words, because you can only feel them with a transcendentally awakened body, man. You must be born again to enter the kingdom. Can you understand why Jesus said these things? Yeah, exactly. That's why, Fernando, that's a sign of your sincerity. I love that. I love how you're just really grappling at this, trying to understand it. That shows a person. This is a very intelligent person. Only intelligent people are like this. See, his intelligence has brought him to this place to really grapple with this. This is the hero's journey, man, for him, in that sense. To understand really clearly, because when he gets it and is clear about it, oh, you watch the preaching he does, man. Whoa, watch out, man. If he gets really clear and really solid, and I can see he's sincere, got sincere heart, he'll get there for sure. A lot of Vaidhi Bhaktas could be like that too. Matter of fact, he'll probably reach quite a few of them, because you got to be an example, right? Fernando, you got to be an example of being a sincere Vaidhi Bhakta, following the path, doing your best. And then this comes before you, and then you got to grapple with this. It's like like Job. He had to was it Job or somebody? Somebody wrestled with God. You got to wrestle with this level of understanding God. It's another platform. See? So it's challenging. Yeah, might as well have this challenge, man. This is a worthy challenge, man, because you get your eternal life forever here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. See, Brahmaji, the original living being. See, the original living being, okay? Well, that's you, man. That little Brahma inside you, you're all like little Brahmas. Okay? When you're awakened by association with those who are awakened on this level, You're now become an original living being. You're in your original position as a true devotee of the Lord. See, from your heart, you just naturally, now you're not everybody in the world loves the world, even uninvited. You love your rules, man. It's still a little bit worldly, okay? You love the world, you love the rules, you love the ceremonies. It's still external, man, because you naturally, you're coming out of the world by coming here. See, you come in your original position. Now you awaken. This ecstasy is your awakening. Now you're loving the word. You're loving the transcendental name of God. This is the book. Srimad Bhagavatam is lovable, man. But your spirit body has to be awakened. Otherwise, you just study. You just study in the Vedas. You study, study, study. But you haven't found the Lord yet. You need the bona fide spiritual master at this level. This is Raganuga Bhakti, man. See, you become in your original position, man, as Brahman. See, original form, in deeper in your form, you start to know what kind of ras you have with the Lord. You feel attracted. You'll find yourself attracted to certain kinds of reading about this devotee. See, now you're following the real path of Raganuga Bhakti. You follow in Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's teaching on Raganuga Bhakti. You become attracted to a particular kind of relationships of certain devotees. This becomes this natural. You come here, it's naturally awakened. Oh, look at Lalita Ganga. Can you guess what kind of relationship she has with Krishna? How about Johann? Can you guess? You don't have to guess. You could see what they love to read. You could see what they glorify. I can't believe I have disciples like. Can you imagine? Unbelievable. Like me, disciples like that, naturally attracted to the highest ras. I don't have to say what it is. Just look what they like to read. It gives them ecstasy. You know what they should do? Somebody should just go and just put Amy Rose's comments in a book. This thing would rock the world. Her comments. Really? Maybe Amy will do it. Maybe somebody else will do it. Shamaguri has good comments too. Somebody can put her comments in the book. Yeah. By him, even the great sages and the demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water, steam, and fire. Yeah. See, this kind of high is what we need. This is so beautiful, so natural. It's not like it's an addiction, but it's the transcendental. It's perfect. See, it's like you get high on God. It's perfect because it doesn't put you into something. It becomes your priority too. But it's perfect because with this priority, this gives you nothing but boons and benedictions. The addictions, being addicted to some substance in the world, is the imitation of this. See? It's the imitation of this because the addictions of the world destroy your lives, right? It just makes everything messed up. It destroys your relationships. It makes the material substance your priority over everything else, even your material life falls apart, much less your spiritual. Okay? But addiction to this is perfect. It's what that was supposed to be. If you come here, you become awakened, and then Krishna becomes your addiction. You become addicted to these scriptures. You're addicted to chanting the holy name. It becomes primary in your life, and there's no fault in that. That is the highest level of consciousness. Is addiction to just like jogging's like a little bit better example. You start jogging or doing certain exercise and everything, and you feel really good. See, it becomes an addiction. What happens? Your body gets solid. You start to grow. The muscles start growing, everything. See, but if that's all you do, you die with a big, healthy, strong body. You put a lot of energy, your whole life into it. You see these big, massive people. See, and they probably feel pretty good and everything, but then their body dies and it's finished. And they put no energy into the awakening of their spiritual body and developing that. See, becoming addicted to working that out. This is our workout, man. This is our workout every day. This is like going to the gym. This is better than the brain gym. They even have work your brain out, work your mind out. Okay, this is better, man. This is working the spirit body out that nobody can understand. Why should I go to Gorhari's, talk over there? What good is that? Man, just talk, right? Ask Karuna. He's boring, man. Just talk, talk, talk. Repetitive talk, 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 talk. Hey, man, how are you not going to get strong? You got to do reps, man. You see, even the big bodybuilders are doing repetitions, man. Hey, man, let's do repetition there, Karuna. Karuna, we do repetition of Bhagavad Gita 10:10 till we get really strong in spirit on that. We're worshiping the Lord in loving ecstasy. And then we do more reps, man. Then we get our spirit body. People, if they could see our spirit bodies, man, they would see Arnold Schwarzenegger. They would see Atlas. That's how strong devotees are getting here. You can see their spirit form. Look at River was out there. Some guy invited her to give her a public talk, man. She's probably glorifying spirit stuff, man. Writing publicly, even it's becoming attractive to the public. Why not, man? It's real, man. It's alive. That's why people are attracted to Jesus, man. He even said, "My words are spirit, man." Can you imagine having a living devotee empowered by spirit words, man? But that's going to rock the world, man. We're going to get the attention of Carl Schwab. He's going to think, "What's going on over there in Playa del Carmen? Can I get a piece of that? Can I pay you $1 million?" No, no. Well, you can. Yeah, why not, man? We need some. We need some money. We can fly people here and there, so we can all be together. Make it, just no problem. Just get them a nice hotel, all that. So, Carl, yeah, give us some of that. What are you using all that money to destroy the world? Come on, give us a over here, and we'll build it up, man. We're going to build up the world. We're going to make more space for everybody. Free energy. Really, we're going green here, man. Going blue, actually. We have blue light. Because of him do the material universes temporally manifested by the reactions of the modes of nature appear factual. See? You come here and you really believe, oh, wow, that's an illusion, man. This is the real thing. See? The spiritual world, the spiritual universe. Ah, Hari Kata, Sadhu Sangha. Ah, chanting the holy name, loving on God, Krishna's name. Just glorifying that name with your heart, glorifying these verses, these truths. See? It reveals, oh wow, that was phantasmagoric, they call, or mirages. The whole material was like a mirage. Oh, the mirage disappears. Why? Because reality appears. The real water appears. That's all. You think there's water out there, right? Oh yeah, let me go and do all these things out there. There's real water. They find it's a mirage. There's no water. Everything is painful, actually compared to this, to the reality, the effortless. In your spirit body, it becomes like breathing, just like people, like materialists. You ever see materialists? Oh, they love to work, they love to have their families, they love all that stuff. And the devotees looking over there, my God, those guys are working hard, man. Whew. Yeah, they got all these bills, man. They got all these problems and all this stuff. Lots of stuff, and the whole life's about stuff. And Amazon's really busy, man, making lots of money. Good for people. They're consumers, man. What are they consuming? Everything but this. Everything but they're not consuming the Lord's name. See, we're making real consumers, man. Here you'll consume the Lord's name and become enlightened. Then you become light. See, even your sannyas rod becomes very light, man. It's attached to your finger. Oh, you need some dunda? Okay, dunda goes up. Easy, easy peasy. See, we're making new types of consumers. Otherwise, Amazon's getting very busy and very wealthy materially, but it's all material. See, from the consumer, oh yeah, make us more products, man. We're addicted. We're addicted to this product and that product. You should look at what they have on it. Yeah, okay, you get anything. What do you want, man? Yeah, we can design it. We got all these Chinese people over in China. They're designing all these products for you consumers, man. Who do you think is interrupting the supply chain? This is all God, man. He's saying, you guys are getting too addicted, man. You're too. Now he's doing a Viney trip on the world. See, restriction. What did Prabhupada said? Know this, know that, right? Restrict. There, everybody's like the hippies. They're all on LSDs and smoking cigarettes and all that. So it's okay. No cigarettes, man. No LSD. No, 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 no. And the Lord's doing that to the world. No, no, no. No more of these big 50-tank, 100-inch TVs. That's enough of that stuff. No more, fancy this and fancy. No more big houses. No more going in the supermarket and buying all this garbage and eating there. You notice the fresh fruits and vegetable section is always the smallest section in the market, isn't it? The biggest section is all kinds of garbage. So the Lord's saying, no, no, no more of this. He's sick of it, man. He's sick of us destroying our temples. He's indirectly doing all this, directly and indirectly. See? But if you want to be free, fully free, come to the devotees, man, and learn about the transcendental form of the Lord. Get purified. Coming here, you get purified, you become attracted to what is real forever. Krishna's name is real forever. Look at Narada Muni. When he was chanting like we're chanting, right? When he dropped the body, he continued to chant, and he's still chanting after millions of years. He's still chanting Hare Krishna. Same name. Narayan, Krishna, whatever name of God he wants. And he's powered by loving ecstasy. It's his rocket fuel to go to any universe he wants. And we're becoming like that. Can you imagine? You can't imagine. Are you like that in ISKCON? And anybody like that in ISKCON? Do you love the name to the point of tears and laughter and ecstasy? If not, come here, because that you'll become like a Narada Muni. I look at what other people have in their shopping carts when I go to grocery. It's always tons of cases of soda. Yeah, you notice that? I was looking at that yesterday. I was in a soda section. All this sugary soda. But you think it's their fault? In a sense, it's just Maya's fault. We've fallen into the modes of nature. Even your leaders are killing us. I was listening to this guy who was reading about the elites, what they think of the people. They're the ones who introducing all these things and getting people addicted. Even addicts, they're addicted. They don't know. They just lack knowledge. They don't know why they're addicted. Even in our sangha, why, if there's any addicts, you don't know why they're. It's not really. It's your fault. Well, no, it's nobody's fault. It's just ignorance. If you knew why you're doing what you're doing, you wouldn't do it. Like I said, I am not an addict, but who knows, because when I read yesterday, I said, oh, that's what's going on. See, people don't know the inner workings, but you know what? These elites do. They get you addicted. They know, let's fill up the shelves with soda, get everybody addicted. And the people in ignorance, because they don't study and they don't understand, They go there and drink all the soda. If they knew what it was doing to them, they wouldn't do it. And other things, these sugary cereal things, all kinds of crap out there, processed. See, and it's processed. You don't know what they process. You ever read the ingredients of some of these processed foods? The list is that long. Why do they need to put all that shit in there? Why? Because, that's what Maya does. She's poisoning everybody. She's poison, right? On all levels, she poisons the world. She poisons the world in religion too, because speculation is a poison. That has to be cleared out at a certain point. That's what we do here. See, we're clear. We're the antidote for this poison. Everything, the whole Maya is full of poison. Even Prabhupada, when he was told by a disciple about milk, he said, this milk is homogenized and all kinds of stuff in it. He says, yeah, what are you going to do, man? It's just the world's full of poisons. This is how it is, GMOs and all that stuff, just anyway, but this is great, isn't it? To me, okay, I'm so happy that I'm here. Whatever got me here into Krishna, into Lord Caitanya, into the name, whatever. Okay, fine. If I'm living in a poison pit with snakes everywhere, no problem. At least I know Lord Caitanya. At least I can chant his name and relish transcendental happiness. Wow, everything's worth. Oh, thank you for bringing me to Kali Yuga to realize this. Oh, let there be millions of George Orwell 1984s happening right now on steroids. No problem. But I'm here in this Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya came and he's given the highest thing and the greatest revelation and realization of the absolute truth as it is. All glories to this Kali Yuga as it is. I don't care, whatever's going on. It got me here. Let a nuke go off. Who cares, really? I mean, I made it. Well, I only care about people that didn't get this. That's why we preach, isn't it? Preaching. Let's get as many people into this mercy of Lord Chaitanya that we are so fortunate to have so that they can become ecstatic like Fernando. Look, that's a great thing. He's a good example for the Vaides. Look, the guy was very strict Vaide, and he said, I think I like this better. This isn't even better. Of course you do. This is much better. There's an obvious direct correlation between the consumption of processed food and the ever rising free. Yeah, all that stuff, man. See, what I like about the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, it gives us, like understanding on all fronts. You can see, what's going on. You're able to ascertain. You're able to do research. You're able to critically think. You get everything that people struggle to do. A lot of people, to be a critical thinker, you got to go to college. Well, no, you don't go to college. That don't work there. They take it away. But got to study. You got to learn from people. How to think critically about. Like really analyze things and all this. The Lord gives it to you like this. I shouldn't be able to critically think. I have no schooling or nothing really. But the Lord gives you all that. Say, here, see, this is what's really going on. You see this? How would you like to have a friend like that? That's it. That's in your heart and making you aware of the situations. This is what we're doing, man. You get knowledge that is better than what the elites have. They have all this. They have esoteric knowledge, man. They know how a lot of things work. But it's not pure. They're contaminated by it. This knowledge is higher and deeper and more the essence and more beneficial for all mankind. Everything and everybody, whether they're demons, demigod, anybody. But it doesn't pollute you. It doesn't corrupt you. It just makes you more magnanimous like God. See, because you actually, this is we join with the Lord. We join hands, join hearts. We become his representative in this world. It's amazing, man. Hands down, this is why Krishna is called the all attractive, because he really is. And you come here, you'll see yourself. You'll just naturally want this. You stay long enough, and Maya doesn't trick you. You know, oh, she's always like, at the edge of the circle. See, this is a circle, man. See, you go outside of the circle, you're in, Maya messes with you. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Sri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode. See, he's in the transcendental abode, Lord Krishna. Well, what good is that for us? It's a problem. This is a problem for the world. The Lord's in the transcendental abode, but we're in the material abode, aren't we? We're in. It's called Devi Maya. This is in the illusory world. We're living in this. So, okay, it's great. Krishna's eternally in the transcendental abode. What about us? What can we do? See, that's that prayer of Jesus. Thy will be done on earth as it is in spirit. See, in spirit, everybody knows Krishna is the supreme Lord, at least in that abode. They could say Krishna in this form is Narayan or whatever incarnate. If you're with Jesus, you think Jesus is, the Son of God, and you see his Father is just everywhere, type thing. That's the Lord showed me that. You see that kind of, but that's a certain level of understanding God. See, well, anyway, this is the deepest form. This is a complete form. See, so he's eternally, Krishna is eternally existent in Vrindavan. That's why Vrindavan, let thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan, transcendental Vrindavan. He brought transcendental Vrindavan so that will, that kind of will, see, will means action. What are you willing into this world? And he wanted this transcendental relationship between his devotees, which we are in potential, or well, actually, in actual fact also, and the Supreme Lord, Krishna, to be demonstrated in this world, to be manifested, but only in Vrindavan. See, only in Vrindavan. And then the Lord disappears and he's thinking, see, this is all in scriptures, Chaitanya Charya. He's thinking, oh, for a long time I have not given this love of Vrindavan, see, this love of the Vrajavasis to the world. I think I want to do this. So he came as Lord Caitanya to teach how to worship like this. And you see, we cannot teach that Lord Caitanya came to bring unless we worship like that also. Isn't that kind of a no-brainer now when you think about it? Oh, of course. If I want to know Lord Caitanya and why he came here and all of that, I have to worship like he did. So how am I going to do this? Well, you have to learn first from those who are worshiping like this. That's how it works. So give us a word, River.
Everything that you're saying is absolute truth. I only know that by experience of hearing here every single day. Everything that you say gives us the greatest option to rise out of this mess. It's a huge mess. I see that it's happening for a reason. It's happening to help us transcend. But we couldn't do that without you. We couldn't do that without your guidance. We couldn't do that without your instruction. We couldn't do that without hearing you regularly, and being here. We experience anyway in life, and they kind of don't tell us that much. Experience here with absolute truth and having that experience, because I can say and make. Kuna was saying I can make it attractive for others. With Krishna in me, it's making it attractive for others. And why did I say that? I forgot. Anyway, it's all great, Maharaj. You know what happened yesterday? I went to the mind, body, and soul. I didn't want to go. No, well, I've been going for years, but then there's an opportunity there to be able to share the mercy. I couldn't believe it. Before my eyes, I spoke to this guy that I've known for a great guy that Karuna's actually in touch with as well. And he was so upset. He was depressed, and he had this dark energy. So I spoke to him. He was, well, sorry, I was listening and listening to him, waiting for an opportunity to get in there. I spoke about the path. I spoke about you, Maharaj. I gave him a card. He lifted him. He lifted the energy off him. I so wanted to see that. It lifted that energy off him, and he came and gave me a hug. This guy's nearly 7 foot tall. Yeah, he's great. And he came and gave me a hug. This is the one-to-one, the intimate kind of this intimacy that we had in a room full of all of this junk. Sorry, it's junk. It's junk. I could never buy it before, but I thought it's because I was a tight Indian. I don't want to buy all of this stuff. But you don't need to, because I have much better. I have much better. That happened. I spoke to a woman, this guy who was doing the filming. He was filming. They have a podcast on a webpage. I just started talking to him, and Krishna was like, "Go and speak to him." I started speaking to him. He felt the energy. He felt this vibration. He asked me to do a talk, a 5-minute talk, and actually they've asked us to do an hour talk another time, and it was like completely changing things. And then this woman who was actually, I think she was part of it. She said to me, because I was telling her, she didn't come up and watch all the talk. She said to me, "I do yoga and I teach this, but nothing's just caught my attention. I opened up the Bible, and it's so much more than all of this stuff that I'm doing." She was even doing a talk. She was doing a talk in the whole, they do talks there. She was going to do a talk. And it was amazing what she said. When I spoke to her about what's happening, God consciousness, God, she says, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. She said, I do this stuff, and I opened up the Bible, and it gave me so much more than what the stuff that she's doing. So those great intimate times with people there in this place where people are just concentrating on the material and spirit. I did say one last thing to this 7 foot tall nearly guy, Carl. He goes, "Why don't you come anymore?" I said, "I found something better." And that kind of meant, it was like, all right then. But it doesn't matter, because you can still lift people. It was a great experience to be able to share you so easily, to share what you're doing and how you're doing that for us. One is empowered, Maharaj. The energy is there. The spiritual potency is there, and it's coming through. And I've been wanting to be able to see that and wanting to be able to be part of that. You've given me everything that I need. You've given me everything. I don't need to jump into Indiana Jones, where he jumps into the cave full of snakes, in order to go and get the... We've been jumping into that anyway on a regular basis. And here it's just amazing. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea that she opened up the Bible and was so much more. See, it's spirit, man. Because in a sense, even though there's changes in the Bible, still it's glorification coming from the spirit, and people, when they're ready, they feel it, and they feel, wow, this is as it is, the real truth, as the absolute truth. Yeah, these things. It's more powerful than all this speculation. That's why the guy's depressed. He can't get above that with all these new agey things. You just can't. It doesn't work really. It's just speculate. Keeps you down. same thing with the Vaishnavas. They're speculating on all these things, and it keeps you down still. Uh, but anyway, some like it's a little better with it can be better with devotees, certain ones, But this really, it's so I mean, really uplifting. This really adds even to the Bible because it's really, really like clear stuff, man. And so when people will open this book up, see by hearing these things, they'll be lifted because we're lifted. I mean, it's not. It's like it's not bullshit. Religion is just basically a lot of bullshit. You got these leaders; they're not really into what they do, other than a job, like professional religionists. Oh yeah, I'm in this. I'm a priest. I studied and all this. It's a job, and I don't know, or maybe they're into it and sentimentally, or some mixed motives and. But still, even if you're sincere, you can't get above it because of the association. You need people that have that spirit, man. That's why Jesus came and passed the spirit on, you know, and that's why Lord J came and give his energy, man. This energy, this beige. This is the real vine, the real attraction to the absolute eternal truth. Man. Important stuff. See, so yeah, it's uplifting, man. Just strong, It literally it saves us, out of this illusion. I mean, here we don't have to wait for any savior to come down from the sky and to save the body. I mean, our spirit body is the real thing. It's real forever. Many of us have got that already activated. So what comes? What did even? We're in. You understand what Jesus said. Don't fear with those who can destroy the body, but those who destroy the soul. Cut off your soul. Keep you from making that connection. The soul is eternal, but it's almost the Maya cuts you off, and you can be in this Maya for practically eternity. You can be so dark you hardly ever come out of the hellish consciousness. So that's like destroying the soul in a sense. Just cut it off from the truth. See, but yeah.
It's
So that's what.
exactly. Sorry,
Go
Mark.
ahead. No, no,
It
go
was
ahead.
exactly. It's exactly what was happening to Carl. He said my connection with spirit is cut off, and it's because he's been focusing on the masks, the 5G things, and he's worried and concerned, and he says my connection is just broken. Here's your connection. I gave 3 cards out yesterday with that hundreds of people, but it was just quality because they accepted them. They gave me hugs. They felt like there was something there because he needs his connection with the great spirit, the divine spirit, God himself. And hopefully they'll come. But yeah, everybody needs it, but there's certain people that you're drawn to,
Yeah.
that accept, which was really great. Can't hear you, Maharaj.
With Jesus, there's too much religion. See, that's the alloy thing, and the same thing with Krishna consciousness. Too many rules. See, so what people really need, intelligent people, these people go to these things, they need to learn scientifically about the spirit soul and how to activate that scientifically. See, now they're learning about the body, how to keep it fit and everything, but it's not enough. It's only this is still it's you're dealing with the illusory body, and okay, keep it fit and all that. But with if you just all your thing is in that, and you can't get above speculate because you still don't know why you're here and what the purpose of life is. You don't know it's about to activate who you are, your original position as a loving devotee of Krishna or God, or you don't know that. So you think, oh yeah, well let's just focus on the body. Let's be organic. Let's be vegan. It's all about that. Astrology, tarot, all this, stuff to do. It's all about the body, material body, but not
Temporal.
about spirit body. And then they speculate, oh yeah, it's about spirit, but you're still not in spirit. You're speculating, man. You know, even here, anybody coming here, you got to go beyond speculation to relish this Ross, and you got
Absolutely.
to follow the process. You can't take that into the kingdom. I don't care how high you may think you are and all that stuff. If you still believe in it's about they and they and they, you're see that's a demigod stuff. That you're not there yet. You know,
Absolutely mad. They need the science.
they need
I
the
watched.
science.
They
Yeah.
need the science. I watched this film the other day. They were separating. There's God or there's science. I'm not believing in this hairy fairy God because I have science and science explains everything. You know,
Mhm.
but it's material science and it doesn't explain hardly anything really.
Yeah.
So we just need to put the principles of real, true religion with
Mhm.
science because religion, God science God science, God religion is science. It is science. We put it together, real science, and explain the Lord with science, and it does. They're together, Maharaj. There's the ultimate science. It's the Lord science.
Yeah.
And that's what drives us to really understanding what is happening
Yeah.
here.
See, the problem with science is because it's in this world, it's corruptible and it gets corrupted. Look at what scientists do. Look how corrupted they say. They use the science now to control and manipulate people. They use data that should be used to help us. They use it to control us and to manipulate us. And see, everything is corruptible in this world without spirit. Without blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. Without this ecstatic worship, your heart is corrupted, incorruptible. That's why I'm just saying these gurus, you got to understand, without ecstatically worshiping the Lord, you don't really properly represent this path. This path is meant to be pristine, but it gets corrupted because you take this science and because your heart isn't purified by pure bhakti, by this prema, you corrupt your teachings are corrupted. You put yourselves up as worshipable, and you're just like anybody else. That's like people are worshiping mundane persons, even in the demigods. Demigods are still material, mundane. They're in the material. They're mode of goodness. They still like it's where Daksha's a great example. Daksha's one of these demigods, that people they put up. Oh, he's so great. He's magnanimous. Daksha was magnanimous. He did fire sag. He followed the rules perfectly, and it was that. But his heart was still contaminated by envies and jealousies and these things. You can't get rid of that. See, so people worship people like that still. See, so rare. Sometimes there's you find a rare soul like a Jesus, man, like in Lord Chaitanya's group. They're worshiping the Lord with a pure heart, purified heart, because bhakti they usually have to bring it, because unless it's brought to you or you bring it from another life, it's like non-existent and hard to attain because you don't even know what it is you want to attain. Your heart is corrupted. This is what we got gurus like. Their hearts are corrupted and they don't even know it. And their followers don't know it. Everybody, that's the blind leading the blind. That's what we got going in ISKCON and all these groups, the blind leading the blind. And they think they got knowledge, but they corrupted it. You corrupted just by putting yourself on the seat of Vyasadeva and taking worship. How are you not going to get corrupted unless your heart is purified by bhakti? This is an example here. You see, how can this be done? How could you guys come? How could so many people come here and take shelter here of a guy with a t-shirt unless there was something special going on? They have to put on their dhotis, man. They have to have their tilaks, and they have to have their props. They have to dress for success. They have to have all these artificial rubber stamps from the GBC say you're Guru Dev's and worshipable, and people just believe it. But there's nothing backing that. It's like fiat currency. Fiat currency is worthless. It's just backed by the government that's corrupted. They just created this depth stuff because it's Maya, it's illusion. They're corrupted, and people think, oh, well, this is valuable. But there's no value in it. That's your gurus. There's no real value in them. They just stamped it out. We're Guru Devs and we're worshipable. Well, where's your backing, man? Where's your backing? That's why when you have currency before, when it's less corruptible thing, see, just take a lesson from currency to understand how it works. before our currency was worth something because it was backed by gold. See, the same thing with God, man. Who is backing your God, man? Is God backing your God, or is it just, well, we just create a false God? We'll take the scriptures and we'll create a false representation of God. Yes, this Pope is your in between between you and the Lord, and they cut you off. I felt that with Tamal Krishna. I felt that in ISKCON. I felt that with every guru so far I had. They're cutting me off from that. See, luckily I came in with this. It just easily awakened from opening up the Bible, opening up Prabhupada's books. I didn't need them. See? And I thought, well, okay, let me follow the process anyway. But these guys weren't representing it. They're all corrupted by putting themselves up on the seat without having some mature bhakti, devotion, worshiping the Lord with a purified heart, becoming, understanding the real Srimad Bhagavatam. And that's why I'm here to prove that this is real. To awaken reality in people because I was ordered to. And this is backed by, see, we got backing here. Gaur Das, his words are backed. They're backed by the Bhagavatam. They're backed by divine authority. That's there's substance here. It's not fiat currency with no backing. It's just backing of lies. They're all lying. These are lies in ISKCON. What? These guys can deliver you? Show me. There's no backing for your word that they can deliver you. Man, where's the backing, man? Where is that special empowerment, man? Where's the awakening of devotion in other people if you're backed by Prabhupada? I told you I had that dream with Prabhupada. He's backing this, man. He's full approval, man. I'm going for it, man. I'm following his order. And it's working. It's successful because there's backing in these words here. It's not a lie. It's not an exaggeration. It's not bullshit. That Maya is always bullshit and lying. She's corrupted. You know, huh. So that's why it works here.
Margie, we have a question here from somebody from, I think, is it Twitter?
Read it. Read it.
Twitter. From
Twitch.
Twitch, yeah. Magical Mandrake.
Huh?
There's this concept of art. There's this concept of, I think, Atma, Pramatma, and
Oh,
Brahma.
okay. I'll say it. There's this
Okay.
concept of Atma, Paramatma. That Parabrahma. Now go on.
Okay. But even these aren't really gods. They are the cosmic. They are the cosmos itself. So what's the point of personification of a god when God is cosmos itself?
Oh, that's a great question. Thank you for asking.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question. Yeah. The cosmos itself. I tell you from personal experience. I saw what you're reading there and what's in the books and all that. Most people don't. You just it's a concept. But the Lord showed me that when I was reading the Bible in the early 70s, I was lifted into that consciousness of experience how the cosmos is God. Literally, I could feel that God was in every particle. It was amazing. And I was part of that. There's nothing like it, man. Man, I was 3 weeks. I was so much energy. I was like one with that, man. Literally, yeah, I couldn't eat or drink. I just pure energy, man. I walked down the street and this guy people was following me. Just this. I had to put. Hey, go away, man. It was just spontaneous. I didn't do it. I was just walking down the street, and I couldn't sleep. It was amazing. So yeah, he is that. But he's also the son of Maharaj Nanda. That's this verse. You see the first verse. And that's what see. I got that kind of experience. And then I got Prabhupada's books, and it started to show me there's another revelation of the Lord in this very personal aspect. It's very sweet, very juicy, very wonderful, man. Very personal. It's perfect revelation of God. It's the complete. See? So even in Bhagavad Gita explains this. Krishna says, those who know me as what you just said there, that kind of conception, that he's the cosmos and all that, he's everything, don't really know me. See? But those who know me in my personal aspect as the son of Maharaj Nanda or son of Sachi Devi, see, because if you become attracted and attached to that conception, and then you get revelation on the deeper truth of the complete Godhead, he's in that aspect, but also in this. Oh man, then now those persons really know me. See, so I was set on that path, and that's why, even though I have experienced that, this is so I got that, and I got this, and this is complete. I'm in a sense I'm done, man. I just, if a nuke went off, I'm okay. I'm a happy camper, man, because this will go on. I'll just go on doing what I'm doing here in eternity, and I just want to help others get on this boat, because it's so fantastic, and it becomes part of you. Become like the Lord, magnanimous and merciful, and powerful like that, to be able to, whoever will accept your word as true, yeah, then you can do it. Yeah, go ahead there, River.
Maharaj, victory, V for victory, victory. Here is always victory. We always win here.
Yeah.
We are given everything here, how you are preaching and how you are showing and how you are explaining and how you are confirmed, putting it together for us. It's attractive, Maharaj. It's attractive. It's so attractive. It's so addictive. You don't only want to go on that path. It's like you were saying, those people were following you when you were in ecstasy. That's so funny, because that's the vibration, the
Yeah,
ultimate vibration of the Lord. It's
yeah,
attractive to all of us. We are
yeah,
part and parcel of Him.
yeah, yeah.
If that is
See,
not uncovered through purification,
yeah,
it's difficult to realize, but I think even that will be overrid. But
yeah.
my God, Maharaj, you have given us everything that you have. You have it. They, people don't
See,
have it. People,
now it's the same thing. Before they were following because of that level of consciousness. Now they're following because of this. This is the hardest thing, because this is so deep. It's hard to get people to follow this revelation, man. So that's why it took years of ecstatic worship. Building, calling the Lord. Now
yeah.
people are following this. It's beautiful, isn't it? So perfect. So every more people
It's
becoming
so
happy.
beautiful, Maharaj. Oh my gosh, it's so overwhelming. So it's like it's so overwhelming that okay, I have some pain here and there, and it's like settling, because it's
Yeah,
so overwhelming. It
yeah,
settles. Okay, I can get that pain, and
yeah,
wow, but
yeah,
absolutely, Maharaj. All the devotees here are like that. You've just given us so much. And when
yeah.
we went to Turkey, I never ever went on holiday with anybody that wasn't my biological family.
Oh wow, yeah,
My trust in you, as my friend,
yeah.
as my father, my trust in you led me to go there. You held me to go to that place. It was the greatest holiday, that I ever had with you. But you bring that energy through of safety and security, and takes away the fear. But it's been growing in me now as well, which is wonderful. Oh, there's so many. Maharaj, you keep talking. Sorry, so brilliant.
No, it's great, man.
Even
Yeah,
the thing, before, when I was trying to improve the body, I only used to go to this little part of the supermarket. I didn't used to eat any of that stuff that you were talking about, the processed food, the drinks, none of it. I only used to go to that little part, you know. And now, Maharaj, I feel safe. I feel
yeah,
safe going to go having other things, because I've
yeah.
never done it from the age of 15, from eating well and having the body the way it is. Now I can have it now and again. and it doesn't actually disturb my body really. But
Mm.
it's because sheltered, really sheltered
Mhm.
from that stuff. Growing up, well, if I have too much of that, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
people's lack of growth, maturity, they just go off with these things. And like Govinda was saying yesterday, I drank that much, it didn't do anything anymore. It just doesn't do anything anymore. But we stay in that program of just drinking because we remember it used to do something for us.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
If we go too far with these things, they just don't do anything for us.
Mhm.
We can go as far as we want with this for eternity, and just keep going. And it's like you said, it's
Mhm.
always new, it's always different. It gives us this greatness to stand up for greatness, the greatness, to stand up for our ultimate goal. Wow. And to have example, Maharaj.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You're giving us what you have.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Nowhere else to go. Nowhere else to go. Don't want to go anything else. I've been able to grow here. Haven't
Yeah.
been able to grow out in this material consciousness. Very dragging, maybe little bits here and there, but here, just flowing and
Mm.
flowing. People are coming, people are talking. Wow.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, absolute truth is very getting more and more attractive because we're all uplifted by it. That's why, come, it's great for everybody. This is what the elites need to learn. If they can learn this win-win thing, this is true overcoming of the world. This is true immortality because you become a win-win. Narada Muni in his spiritual body now, he's win-win for everybody. Everybody advances just by being around him. He is like God in that sense. He's an empowered version of the Lord. They call Shaktavesh avatar. The Lord wants to make Shaktavesh avatars here, where we can be empowered by the transcendental potency and be a blessing for everybody. We don't have to win by making people lose, you know, or by hurting others to win. No, you win by the Lord just giving His energy over to others. Everything comes from the Lord. We just need His transcendental potency in this world. Thy will be done on earth as it is in the spiritual world. That's why He came here, to make that will here for us, to bless the whole world. That's why this Kali Yuga is very special. The Lord's here, and we're part of that work here. You know, so yeah. Mm.
Karuna has a question.
Okay.
You was talking about science. That's it. He says, what about the milk drinker?
So what about the milk chunker?
He hasn't explained anything to me, but you was talking about science, the science of God and the science of the material world that's contaminated. Karuna, do you want to say?
Yeah, I don't quite understand what you mean by the milk drinker there.
Karuna, do you
Wha-
want to explain?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Okay, maybe tell. Can he tell you? Is he up there with you?
Yeah, he's here.
Well, this, yeah.
Say it here to Maharaj, Karuna.
You can just say it. We can hear you.
Oh, okay, you can hear me.
Yeah, we hear you.
I can't find where the milk drinking Leela is in Chaitanya Leela.
It's in Chaitanya Bhagavat.
Whereabouts?
Whereabouts? That's another thing. I have to look. I can't think of it offhand. I'll find
Okay,
it. And
Okay.
if not, Johan can find it, or somebody out there knows.
Johan's blocked me. I don't know. I think Madhusudan would be better.
Madhusudan. Yeah, Madhusudan will find it. Yeah, we find it. Madhusudan.
No offense to Johan.
Oh, there you go. That's good. Nice attitude. Yeah, yeah. Okay, a little bit more here. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Maharaj.
Let's read a little Prabhupada's purport on this here. It's a big one, actually, but we'll just read some of it here. So, Prabhupada's purport. So, Prabhupada says, obeisances unto the personality of Godhead Vasudeva directly indicate Lord Krishna, who is the divine son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Yeah, and let's go back to that, the beginning of verse to answer that devotee's question, to show you where it is. So it's in the first sentence. O my Lord Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead. See? That's the complete glorification. You got the cosmos, all-pervading Godhead, all-pervading, what is this? Personality of Godhead. And see, even the Lord, even he's represented as all-pervading one, like the super soul, pervading everything. He's a person, he's personally watching everything, which blows people's minds, even though they don't know. Even I didn't know, even in that revelation that the saints and sages get, like that are up there, seeing God like that. They're not really seeing deeply as they could. See? So, and you notice in this verse, it's, oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, is first. See? That's primary. See, that's the first. That's the original. And then from that comes all-pervading personality. See, that's secondary. See? So this primary realization is the ultimate. Oh my Lord, Sri Krishna, son of Vyasadeva. See, son represents the highest, most intimate relationship you can have with the Lord. Son of Vyasadeva, Vasudeva. See, coming in this personal aspect and a devotee realizing, and that's not even, see, that's a son of Vasudeva is in the Mathura Ras. It's not even the Vrindavan Ras. See? That matured even deeper into Vrindavan. See, the Vrindavan understanding of Krishna was the deeper one, even. See? But this is basically it. You have to be in your position as the Lord is your master and you are his servant and you know intimately the mind. See, the Bhagavatam is more of the mind of the Lord and more of the mind of the true Lord, the deepest, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam is more of the mind of the Lord. How he thinks, what he likes. Okay? This is enthralling to devotees. That's why these verses, just forever, they're glory. The Ananta Sage, you become like an Ananta Sage. You notice? Endless glorification of the Lord. Never stops. Always infinite. Look at it every day. Same verse. How many times have I read these things? Endless discussion and glorification of the absolute truth, conclusively, to show what is the glory, what is more glorious, what is the most glorious, what is more glorious than that. That's our Lord. Can you imagine you get the boon like Anantasation, you can glorify the Lord. Even River, she talks a lot. You notice is speaking about the glories of truth, absolute truth. See, it just goes on forever. It gets more and more flowing. Remember when you first started, River? Hard to get you out there to dance. Speak a little bit. I don't know if I can speak. Yeah, I don't know.
Maharaj, the first time your echo, Maharaj. The first time I danced for you, it was before my a really big purification, and you was in Mayapur, and I was texting you. You went go live, and I went okay. But I went through this purification, and I went straight downstairs after dialysis, and I danced for you, and I realized, oh my God. Well, I didn't realize anything really, but wow, it was great when we first met you. and you was here in 2018, the potency of you, what you were giving us, we were on that. We were living on that. We were living in Gokula, Gokula, go, what's it called? Go cool. But you gave us this energy, and then we got addicted. We got so addicted. We couldn't go, no matter what purifications we went through. I went through. There was no other place to go. There was no other place to go. And to date, of course not. Of course not. There's nowhere else to go. Going through being addicted, and then going through purification. Sorry about that. It's going to go off. Going through
Great,
purification.
your success.
You made me a success. You really made me a success. Somebody else asked me that question, I'd say about 10 years ago. Do you think you're a success? I thought I was when I was doing the free man stuff. I said yes to him, because compared to him materially, I was a success, but it was material. And now, wow, Maharaj, yes, transcendental success because of my transcendental spiritual master. Owe it all to you. There's nowhere else to go and get anything that we get here, because it's absolute. It's truth. Can't have any, don't want anything less. You can't live on anything less anymore. It doesn't give you that relishing, that vibration. It doesn't give you the vibration of God. Everybody wants well, people want to know the Lord, but when you try with some people, they're stuck in their religions and things. But here, because of purification, we come out. Your words are just music now. They just play.
The whole thing, it's about awakening into your spiritual body. See, like everybody in all these Vaishnava groups can ask, are you in your spiritual form now? Are you in your spiritual body? Because that's being a success in Krishna consciousness. If your spiritual body has not awakened, then you're not successful yet. It's that simple. You know, uh, how that's what it's about is when you're in your spiritual body, now the ecstatic feelings, not material feelings awaken, but spiritual feelings,
Yeah.
ecstasy, rapture. We're meant to live in that. That is perfect. That's why, that's pure. It purifies the heart. Then you can understand spiritual objects like the Bhagavatam, like the name is an object. It becomes an object, man. Literally, like something tangible in your life. You practically can feel it. Well, no, you can feel it. Otherwise, that's all about feeling objects, right? I can feel this mouse, right? I can feel this. Well, it's meant to be when your spiritual body awakens, you can feel the name, just like you feel this. But your spirit feels the name, and it gives you feeling this mouse doesn't give me much ras. Like, that's just a friggin' mouse, that I use for this. Useful. But man, when you get the name, you can feel the name, man. Oh, just rapture, ecstasy, and revelations and all of this high, this intoxicating high that is perfect. That makes you more intelligent, not dull, not materially addicted to some material object to get you high. You're addicted to a spiritual object to get you high. And that's God, and that goes on forever. It's perfect. It's perfect. We're meant to be addicted to the spirit, man. Jesus was. That's why he's always preaching the kingdom. The guy couldn't stop, man. They couldn't fill any volumes. The guy was always preaching about the kingdom, and he was high as a kite. I have food that ye know not of. What do you think he's talking about? What kind of food? What kind of food? What is it nourishing? The spirit. See, that's the work we do here, man. We should be charging billions of dollars for just one sentence, much less a whole class. Where do you get the awakening of the spirit so quickly? To be able to relish, the name of God is more than a mouse. I love this mouse. This mouse. This is your gold is like this mouse. It's really worthless to the Lord. It's just earth, man. Just transformation of earth. You love that gold? Well, what's this? To God, it's like loving the mouse, loving gold, same thing, you know. Yeah. But He loves His devotees, man. He loves devotion, and so do we. Therefore, we can play with the Lord because we love what He loves. He's given us that ability, that mercy, to love what Prabhupada really loved. Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, what they love, what they experienced, the tears. They also laughed and felt tears. Of course, you didn't see. You would freak out like many of you still freak out there. Boo, tears, laughing, Sahaja. You be calling Prabhupada Sahaja. Matter of fact, when you call, you get your letter delivered here. You call Gohari and Lalita and others who are river Sahajas, man, that goes right to Prabhupada, who you can claim to worship. That's why Vaidi's a contamination, man. You're still not thinking straight. You don't get this kind of knowledge from being a sahaja, man. Come on, man. What do you give what is it, 2-hour class already? Talking about one verse, 2 hours, one verse. Not even finished I didn't even finish the verse. What kind of sahajas do that? I'll take you to a sahaja who can't talk like this. He's right there in Mayapur, man. You know, claiming to be all of this, and his disciples, they come and they all leave, you know, after a while, because they see he's not really there. My ex-wife even brought Lalita to that guy. Oh, here's a real devotee. Go away from Gohari, man. Here's a real devotee. Krishna's funny, and he really felt hilarious. Anyway, even for him, it's good because he's in Mayapur. Everybody, some connection with the Lord, these Vaidhi Bhaktas, they're all going to get it someday. That's the mercy of the Lord. The Lord said, oh, you believe in Prabhupada even though you don't know him very well? No problem. Maybe it take you a life or 2 or 3 or 4 or many, who knows. But still, it's better than a million lifetimes being an illusion. But those who come here to our Sangha, boom, if you can go, you know, you don't have to wait to die to taste this nectar. It's like Bhagavad Gita verse, you know, you become like Arjuna. Oh my God, just keep on speaking, Krishna. See, you don't get to hear Krishna's speech. Do you hear a real devotee, man, empowered by that same Krishna? And then you like Arjuna. You're not like Arjuna. You're not purified, man. If you can't say, oh man, Gurudev, keep on speaking, man. Keep on giving class. And you haven't met an empowered devotee yet. You haven't met somebody like that. You need to meet somebody like that. You have to follow the example of somebody like that. You got to follow the process, the Bhagavatam. You got to be that Maharaj Parikshit. You got to be that Arjuna and hear somebody that's Krishna speaking to directly, like Arjuna, or somebody speaking by Krishna through his real bi-medium devotee also. And then you can know what we're talking about. You can know the real Bhagavatam, the real confidential meaning of Bhagavatam. Oh man, I should charge you $1 billion for this class. Zillion. You can't pay enough for this class. The only charge is you come here and listen. That's the charge. You come through the real devotee. You come and you get purified. Isn't that how that brahmachari got it? That milk drinking brahmachari? He couldn't do it through his austerities that Narayan Raj was teaching. Austerity, renunciation, then you'll become a pure devotee. Chant your 1 lakh. You become and none of them became pure. I didn't see one that is as ecstatic as some of the devotees here. Not even one. See? But you come through the real devotee, Srivas, that little Brahman, nobody Brahman. Oh, bring that brahmachari into the inner circle. He came through a devotee. That's the process. See, that's the verse explained. Nobody has explained it like that because they can't. They can't explain the mercy of Lord Caitanya comes from his real associate empowered with that mercy. They cannot explain it. They cannot, more than that, manifest that mercy, except here. King Arthur, man. The guy was a nobody. King Arthur, he is a nobody. All these great kings to pull the sword out of the stone. That's like pulling the sword out of the Bhagavatam and using it. See, that stone is Bhagavatam. That's those people reading it like a stone-hearted person's man. Nobody can pull the sword out of the stone and use that Bhagavatam to destroy the illusion in people, except here. See? King Arthur was a nobody. Gaur Hari Das is also a nobody. Jesus Christ was a nobody. He was just a carpenter. You notice how the Lord uses people like that? You notice why the scriptures say that kind of stuff? You know, Lord Caitanya preaches real religious principles, which is what you hear here in this class and all the thousands of other classes. Real religious principle. Even the layman can understand these things. Through a low class, fourth class Sudra. Yeah, like here. Why? To defeat the pride of these renunciates, man. These so-called persons who think, oh, the real path is renunciation and austerities and pious deeds and regulative devotional service. See? The real religious principle is the mercy of Lord Caitanya, my friends, in Kali Yuga. And that is here, man, coming through those proven associates of the Lord. See, the danda goes up. The real mercy of the Lord Caitanya is the real religious principle of Kali Yuga. Those who know it preach the real religious principle, and we do that here. There is no meaning other than Lord Caitanya for those advancing in spiritual life. That's preached here. That's shown here. That's demonstrated here, that we are in that corporation. Lord Caitanya corpse. We're here to resurrect the corpse. All these walking corpses out there. See, Lord Caitanya is the only meaning for one. I love these verses. These verses. This is the goo goo gaga. These are the verses of the truth, man. Listen, Mr. Radhanath. This is the verses, man. Not your humble pie thing. We have our Devananda Pandit example here with bus your thing, your humility. You think everybody, oh, he's so humble. Yeah, well, Devananda Pandit was humble, and he got the danda of Lord Caitanya, man. That danda is resurrected again. Light one. Easy to carry, man. You got those big heavy sticks. I got something light, man. I just chant the mantra. I go, this is my danda. I give it power. I chant the mantras. Conclusive truth. Boom! It's like they did. They would chant they would empower the mantras, with the hymns. They empower the hymns. They thrust it in the battle of Kurukshetra. Well, that's been revived, man. We're in battle, aren't we? We got the elites out there. We got the demigods there. We're going to destroy them all and build back better. We're going to, the love of Radha and Krishna, the mercy of Lord Caitanya is going to control them all. We're going to build back better. What, you think it's build back their dystopian future? No, the beautiful future for everyone. Destroy the illusion, man. All of the demigod, the good and evil fight. Just stop it, man. Finish. Cease and desist. The only meaning for one advancing in true knowledge, man. You Illuminatis, you want true knowledge? Come here, man. The only meaning for that is here. See, win-win. Where you do benefit for people. You don't have to destroy. What kind of that's you're just crows like that, man. That's crows are like that. They gotta, the battle of the mightiest, man. If you're really the mightiest, you make people mighty, man. You make kings and queens here. That's what we do here. You can do that too. You gurus can do that too. You can make powerful disciples like we do. You notice? They're here. Yeah, this is all factual. That's why I speak like this. I only speak facts, manifestations. Wow, Shamaguri's getting bold. Okay, maybe a little bit more, but I don't know. Might be enough. It's pretty intense.
Yeah, Marge, you can
Okay,
go on, but I need to come off now
okay, no
because
problem. Yeah,
it's
you
just
can go
going.
on. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay. Thank you, Marge. Thank you to the devotees. But I'm going to still be listening.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I think that's enough. I'll take a little break now. This is pretty intense. Okay, it was fun, huh? We had a good time. It's nice to have a good time with Krishna. This playing with Krishna, isn't it? Playing with Krishna. Yeah, it's all a play. See, like Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage. See, so what's being played on the stage are all these different things. So this we're playing this on. This is Vrindavan on the stage, Mayapur on the stage of the world now, and people are watching. See, people that watch, look at the benefit. Isn't it nice to have a good go to a good movie that you remember? But the movies, in the world, they come and they go, and you got to always see another one, and it's really limited happiness. But look at the kind of happiness we're developing by seeing Lord Chaitanya's play on the stage of the world. Thank you, Shakespeare, for such a nice idea. See? All the world's a stage. Lord Chaitanya came and did put a performance on the stage of the world, and we're reenacting that stage, that play that he did. See, Jesus put a beautiful. It's the greatest show on earth. Isn't that amazing? Greatest show. Show. What are you showing on earth here? Well, we're showing the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. It's very attractive, man. Come get it, man. Wow, man. Spiritual feelings, rapturous feelings. Ooh, laughing and crying. Not just talk, even, but actual experience. Loving the name, loving these scriptures. Ooh, conclusive understanding. Come, everybody to the greatest show on earth, man. Showing the Lord's transcendental potency here in Lord Chaitanya's amazing grace place. The carnival has come to town. So thank you very much, man. So purchase your tickets here anytime. Oh, by the way, here, in case anybody is inspired, you can always lay your donations on over at Wise. Very wise. Become wise. Well, donations there. That's my thing there. Wise. Everybody get a Wise account if you want, and Bitcoin address. Oh, you have to ask for that, and Cash App if you're in America, and yeah, Proton Mail. Yeah, it's Proton Mail. So yeah, if anybody's inspired, but nobody's obligated, man, just come and see the show. I'm very happy people just seeing the show. But if you want to contribute, you're welcome to. Okay, thank you. Have a great day.